Yeah. What's up, Rebels? What's up, Pride Crew? It is Sunday here in beautiful, sunny, warm, very, very warm Charlotte, North Carolina. And this week, what are we talking about? Sunday walk and talk. I want to talk about people who want to open their own gym, or people who have entertained the thought, or people who maybe think that owning a gym is this super awesome job and maybe they want to do it, or maybe you just need to be clued in on why you might want to have a little bit of patience or respect for people who own a gym, because the shit ain't easy. So that's what we're talking about this week. So I'm going to tell you guys a bit about my week and about how much work I do. Now, this goes for almost all small business owners, all right? Depending on what your business is, whether you're, a plumber, an electrician, a carpenter, you put in hardwood floors, or maybe you own a body shop or a car repair place, a tire shop, or service industry type of people. If you own extermination, you do bug spray type shit. Yeah, all sorts of businesses. All right. We work a lot of hours, and by a lot, I mean like a ton. I probably work close to double the amount of hours that a normal person works. Now you can claim that you have a 40-hour-a-week job, but out of those 40 hours, are you really working? I guarantee you, take out, an hour lunch break, and if you're on salary, your hour lunch break, it's not like it comes out of your day, maybe if you're paid hourly, it's a different story, but I work well over 60 hours a week. I'd say the average person, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, all right, 40 hours a week, you really only work 30. My minimum week is 60 hours. So Mondays and Fridays are my longest days. I'm in the gym usually at 6 a.m. And Mondays I don't leave until 8 p.m. And that's usually I have some cleaning work to do, or something else that I need to get done, video editing or writing a blog, stuff like that. Monday nights, making sure that all my the people that I program for remote coaching, I make sure that all of their programs are updated. So, it's a lot of work. And Mondays are 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesdays, I usually don't get into the gym a little bit later until around 8 a.m. But I'm usually there until 8 p.m. So that's another 12-hour day. Wednesdays, again, I don't get there until 8 or 9. And, I leave at 8 p.m. So that's another 12-hour day. Fridays, Thursdays, same. Fridays, I'm usually in the gym at 6 a.m. and we close 1 hour early. So we're closed at 7. Our last class is at 6. We're done at 7. Usually I don't stay and do anything on Fridays. It's the one night that I'm not there late. Fridays are a relatively easy day for me. And by easy, I mean 6 a.m. until 7 p.m. So that's a 13-hour day. That's an easy day for me. Saturdays are 8 or 9 a.m. until usually 3 or 4. So usually at 3 or 4 we're done on Saturdays. Usually that's cleaning and stuff. We only run, 3 classes on Saturdays, and then usually all I have to do is, a 3 or a 4 mile run, and then I'm good. So Saturdays are the short day, and short isn't really short. So that's the hours on my week. So you're looking at, a lot of 12-hour days, some 14, some 15-hour days, and that's typical. So, am I really working? Technically working the entire time? It's not like on a 12-hour day I'm training people 12 hours. Of course not. You run a business, you got other shit to do. So, that's marketing, answering emails, making sure, our bank account is okay. Employees, you've got people that work for you, or, or trainers 1099 under you. You gotta deal with them. Cleaning the gym, if you don't pay someone to clean the gym for you, which, man, wouldn't that be a luxury if I could pay somebody to clean the gym for me. That luxury is coming soon. I am trying to set that up. Lindsay and I clean the gym, and we are the only people who clean the gym. There's no one else inside the gym that cleans the gym except for us. So we do have one trainer that cleans up a little bit after he's got a dog, and his dog sheds a lot, so he vacuums up once in a while, but otherwise, it's me and Lindsay. We take care of everything. So then, you've got accounting and marketing and all the other day-to-day activities of running a business. So for anybody out there who maybe is a trainer, or, is finishing up their short-lived career as a CrossFit coach, and this seems to be very prevalent in the CrossFit world. I see a lot where people are part of a gym for 2 or 3 years, and then they go through their level 1 certification, and they suddenly think that they're going to open up a gym. And you might find out that you're a great coach and you're a great trainer, but you are not good at business. There's a lot of small stuff that goes into, running a gym. You got a water cooler, you got to make sure you got supplements and water, you got to make sure you got paper towels, toilet paper for the bathrooms, and unless you have like a facility manager to do that for you, you're doing that. All right. So then you've also got to deal with programming, coaching. We've been open for 9 years now, coaching people for 9 years, which means we've been writing workouts for 9 years. And to still be able to do that creatively and keep people interested, and on top of keeping people interested, still helping them achieve their goals through programming. So after 9 years of writing programs, some of it becomes second nature. A program for strength building, you can always go off of, a 5-3-1 type of program. Powerlifting program, we have a lot of knowledge from Westside and from Juggernaut and other gyms, and that's how, we've come to program our powerlifters. Lindsay is, I say a direct descendant of Westside. Her coach has been trained under Westside. So, we're able to do that year after year after year. You're able to write programs for people for fat loss, for endurance, And then on top of all that, you have the class programming. So, you've got a program for groups, and programming for a group is far different than programming for an individual. You're going to see a lot of carryover and a lot of similarities, but on top of programming for the group and what exercises they do, you also have to think about logistics and how much equipment you have in the gym. Do you have 4 rowers or do you have 8? How long is the workout going to take? And how long is one round going to take? And are you going to have people, backed up on the rowers, unable to get through their rounds? So, we've over the years become obviously very good at doing that because we do it week after week. So on top of running the business and the business side of it, you also have to deal with the programming side of it. So unless you can separately have people do those 2 things for you, you're doing those things yourself. Now, you leave certain tasks to professionals. Your accountant, you leave that to the accountant, okay? You're gonna get yourself in deep shit. You're trying to take all that on yourself, all right? You're dealing with the government and tax law and stuff like that, and it changes every year. I went to school for accounting. Bet you didn't know that about me, but that's the truth. I went to school for accounting, and I was very good at it, but it just kind of bored me, and that's how I got into fitness. So, certain things you leave to the professionals because you'll screw it up, all right, if you try to do it yourself. If you need, electrical work done in your gym, unless you have a client that just happens to be an electrician or what the hell you're doing, then you got to pay somebody to take care of that for you. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into, starting a gym or operating a gym that a lot of people do not realize. And to all of the young trainers out there and anybody coming out of, CrossFit level 1, stuff like that, starting out, brand new trainers, listen, running a gym was something that I wanted to do. That was the goal from day one as a trainer. Yes, I enjoy training people, but I enjoy business and I enjoy running the business. It's a lot of hours, it's a lot of stress, but it was what I wanted. Now, a lot of young trainers out there get certified, they get their certification, they start training people, and they work at a gym, and they see the way things are run, they see the way the manager or the owner is running the business, and they think they can do it better. They think that, they know all the shortcuts and they can do better. Sometimes this is true. You have gym owners who, don't clean. Literally, I've been in many gyms that were just disgusting because they weren't clean. So, if you were a trainer at a gym like that, you could literally open another gym across the street with the same equipment, the same programming, and literally all you would have to do is clean it and you would get more people just because it was cleaner. So there are some things in running a gym that, a new young trainer might see and be able to improve upon. That's one of the biggest parts of opening your own business that's so awesome, is that you can look at what other people are doing in their business, and if it's successful, you can copy it or replicate it. And if it's not successful, you can find a way to improve it. And that's one of the beauties of, running your own business and doing things for yourself and figuring out ways to improve as an entrepreneur. So, my advice to young trainers out there, people who maybe think that they want to go open up their own gym, I hope you have done a lot of research and a lot of soul searching, and I hope you are ready to put in an ungodly amount of work and effort, deal with a ton of stress. I hope you are ready to go in debt, whether you get your equipment and everything else through financing or through credit cards, or if you borrow money from somebody, or if you have an investor, which is super awesome, but you also answer to that investor and you got to pay back that investment. So before you are ready to open up a gym, you better be ready to take all of that on. You better be ready to work your ass off, hour after hour after hour, day after day after day. And maybe even after all that work and all that stress, and even if you pay off your debt, you still might not make it, and you still might not succeed. And I think that one of the biggest obstacles to succeeding in business, especially the fitness business, is just pure fucking arrogance. It's thinking that you know how to do things better and that your way is the right way, when you haven't tested that theory out. Maybe you've worked in some gyms, you've seen the way other gyms operate, and you've seen, like I said, the successful ways to do things, and you can copy and replicate that, and then the ways that did not succeed, and you can try and fix that. But maybe the things that you've seen gym owners do, business owners do, that you thought was not successful, maybe there isn't a better way. Maybe you'll come up with it, but you'll also have to test your theory out. And that usually requires time, effort, and usually money, or the risk of losing money. So that's my big spiel for Sunday's walk and talk. Anybody that's looking to open up their own gym, now you know what my week looks like, what my hours look like. All right, I do not make a ton of money. I probably never will. I make money off of other things outside of the gym, and that's okay. Would I say that I'm successful? Yes, absolutely. I've trained over 1,000 people. I have thousands and thousands of hours of coaching and training. I've competed around the world, internationally, and all of that experience adds up to being able to run my business and be successful. So all the young bucks out there, you want to open your own place, do your research, be prepared, because you're going to work. How's that? So that's my Sunday walk and talk. Like, share, subscribe. If you guys got questions, please ask away down in the comments. I will reply. I will get back to you. If you just want to have a conversation about opening your own gym, message me or email me. Get to me through social media. One of my friends, fellow kettlebell sport competitor down in South Carolina, just messaged me this week to quit his full-time job, leave it so that he can go 100% in fitness and running his gym. And I told him it was the absolute right decision to make and to do it. Absolutely no regrets. You can't live with regret, and you don't want to die with regret. So do it, and do it 110%. That's it, guys. So Sunday walk and talk. Peace.